A lot of you guys have said, girl, your contouring is amazing. How do you do it? Well, let's go ahead and work on this 7 characteristics of makeup. I have said this like literally 5 times already. Anyways, so let's go and get this video started so that way you guys can see how I do my contouring and what is all about that. Anyways. Okay, so for contouring, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using my, of course, Kat Von D Light and Shade palette, which of course you guys know I love this palette. OMG, and I so want to buy another one of these super bad. Like if I ever do a really good giveaway, I'm giving away one of these for sure. Anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with, God, this looks really messy because I use a lot. I'm going to start off with the lightest shade right up here in the palette. And there is multiple ways to contour your face. What I'm going to be using is this right here brush that's an angled kind of like fluffy brush and everything for contouring. You can also use it for blush and stuff like that, but I use it specifically for contouring. There's a lot of people that use cream contours. Cream contours are really great, and I used to do a lot of cream contouring, but recently I've switched over to powder because there is a lot more control in it, especially for somebody if you are first starting out and you are learning how to contour your face. Powder is definitely the way to go whenever you're taking and using cream, and if you use too much of it, it can make your face look really dirty, and sometimes it's really hard to blend that out if you don't know how to blend and if you're just starting. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a couple of taps. And what I usually do for contouring is, if you see on the sides of your face where your cheeks are and everything, the hollowing of your cheek is right here. It's underneath. Like if you follow a straight line through your ear, it's right here or it's right up here. So what I like to do is I like to contour through here, and I also like to bring it up just a little bit as well. So I'm just going to do a couple of taps of that, and then I like to start right there, and then I do swirly motions as well. So I like to bring it upwards just a little bit, so that way it brings out this area right here that's forward, that's a lot more brighter. There's a lot more of a difference between lighters and darkers as well. Darker colors and brighter colors. Brighter colors makes the face stand out, and darker colors makes the parts of the face stand back. So whenever you're doing darker colors, it hollows it out, and whenever you're doing brighter colors, it makes it stand out more. So what I'm doing is I'm making my cheeks a little bit darker underneath to bring out my cheekbones, which is more feminine, especially for women. And so for me, I like to emphasize and make that a little bit more deeper in dimension, so that way it makes my face seem rounder and I have more of a contour for cheeks. And then of course do the other side as well. Once again, if you are horrible with your lefts and rights using the same hand, I feel you there. I am right there with you. I am right there with you. And I try to stop the contour right about here. Any further and you're gonna look like you have a giant beard or a mustache, or your face is gonna look really dirty, which is not very appealing at all. So just swiping motions and circular motions to blend that out. And I like to stay like right in this area mostly. And then of course, if you want, you can go a little bit underneath the jawline area and underneath and around the neck. It'll bring your jawline in and it'll extend your neck, using that right there for shadow as well. And then I like to go right up here above the brow and contour this area because it'll make the forehead look rounder, which females have a rounder forehead. So by taking and contouring the outside areas, it makes the center of the forehead stand out a little bit more, so then it's rounder. And by also doing that, it makes your brow contour and highlight stick out more. So that way it looks more three-dimensional as well by playing with your shadows and stuff like that. And then, as you guys can tell, I have this demon right here. It just like appeared this morning and I was like, what? Are you really kidding me right now? Like, I have videos I'm making today and you just have to appear. You just have to appear on my face. Like, it's just It's no fair. Life is just no fair. Especially whenever it comes to like pimples and stuff like that. But we're human. Stuff like that happens. And then for nose, I like to take the tip end of my brush and do this. And then I like to take the sides and just do this ever so slightly to put a little bit of darkness on the sides of the nose to make the nose seam appear a little bit straighter and a little bit higher as well. Okay. I think we are pretty much done with contouring. Contouring is pretty much, it's a really easy step. Drag makeup is a little bit different whenever it comes down to contouring, and the reason why is because whenever it comes down to contouring for drag, especially for stage, because the brighter that stage lights are for entertainers, the less that you're going to see the makeup. So the darker the makeup, the more you're going to see the makeup, especially whenever it comes to spotlights and stuff like that. If you've ever seen like newscasters in person, their makeup is really intense. It's because the spotlights that they use for like at nighttime whenever they're telling a story and stuff, it's really bright. So on camera, it picks up a natural look of makeup, but in person, the makeup is really intense because they're using more makeup, so that way their lights don't like wash them out completely, where it looks like they have like no makeup on, or they don't look non-existent or anything like that, or they look like a ghost or something. But anyways, so okay, next up will be highlighting. Okay, so after contouring, I will take and see you guys very soon in the next video, which will be about lips.